Today on Joe's Geek Show, we're going to be talking about Batman and the Justice League, Volume 2. What's going on, and welcome to Joe's Geek Show, the video series where we talk comics. And if you're new and like to support the channel, you can do so by hitting that like button, clicking that subscribe button, and sharing. And with that, yeah, we definitely gotta talk about more Batman Justice League Japanese manga. And here we have a very interesting story because in this particular volume, which is still a continuation off the previous one, this one is more centered around Aquaman and his brother Orm, aka Ocean Master. Because at the end of the last issue, Ocean Master, he broke free out of his Atlantean prison and is heading towards the surface and is like, you know what, I'm just gonna surf a tidal wave right into Gotham City. So of course Batman's waiting outside Gotham and is like, no, you cannot bring a tidal wave through here. You're gonna have to get through me, and a fight ensues. And Batman, having no powers, gets tossed about pretty easily, at least until he takes one of his bat vehicles and just smashes it right into Orm. I mean, it didn't really do much to Orm, but hey, A for effort, right? But then Aquaman shows up, and this is really where the start of the book's main narrative comes from, as it primarily focuses on Orm and Arthur and their ideological differences, as well as sprinkled throughout the book, getting quite a few decent flashbacks primarily surrounding Orm. There's a flashback to when he's younger and he's being told he has a brother. He's like super excited, but then it's like, oh, he's actually up on the surface world, and Orm's like, oh, we should probably go get him. They're probably like torturing him or something. That's just not cool, because up there in the surface world, them surface dwellers, they kind of suck. And then they meet, and Orm's like, yeah, cool, let's destroy the world together and, make everything all about Atlantis. And Arthur's like, well, no, I mean, there's actually some cool people up here too. You can't just go destroying the world. And then mostly every encounter that occurs between these two throughout the book is, of course, actual fist fighting, but also them trying to convince one another that they are right. But this first confrontation doesn't last too long, as the Joker comes in and takes Orm. So Batman and Aquaman really have nothing left to do except go back to the Batcave to regroup with Superman and Wonder Woman. And it's here that there's a lot of talk between the Justice League, because Batman is pretty much telling all of the other League members, leave Gotham, it's my responsibility. You don't have to get involved. Just go back to, Metropolis or Themyscira. I don't want the help. I don't want the assistance. And at first they think Batman's just being Batman. He's being stubborn. He's being hard-headed. But then we realize that this particular story takes place just a year after the death of Jason Todd. So Batman is still very much in mourning over Jason. It's then we get back with Ruri, who's with his mother at Wayne Manor. She's still comatose, and it doesn't look like she's gonna wake up, but Rory's gonna talk to her anyway. And then, oh yeah, she starts emitting a lot of energy and starts floating and begins giving off these aura energy beams that starts destroying things, because she's basically a conduit for these ley line powers. So naturally, with the Batcave being beneath Wayne Manor, the Justice League catch wind of this. They head upstairs, see what's going on, and Batman's like, okay, all right. This is a job too big for just Batman. This requires the Justice League. So then Batman, Superman, and Aquaman deploy to try and find and stop Orm the Ocean Master, along with the Joker and the man in the demon mask, Akuro. Because as it turns out, within this time frame, Orm had met Akuro, and he had been essentially given a power boost with these ley line abilities. And so he summoned a massive tidal wave that's heading straight towards Gotham. Wonder Woman, on the other hand, is back at the manor with Ruri, who was trying to think of any way imaginable to stop his mother. And Ruri himself takes a little bit of time to kind of assess the situation before realizing, okay, if we can't stop my mom, I'm probably gonna have to kill her. And so since we're with Wonder Woman, how are we gonna try to wake up somebody's mind? By wrapping a magical lasso around them and talking to them hoping that they can make themselves conscious enough to stop whatever it is that they're doing. Because, yeah, she's gonna blow up. Back with the other three, Superman manages to use his ice breath to freeze the tidal wave in place. All good there. Aquaman is thrown down with his brother Orm. Fantastic. Then Superman and Batman decide, okay, we're gonna go face Akuru and the Joker inside of his little helicopter, and Superman gets stabbed with a kryptonite knife. And so he falls down. Batman has to get him, and it pulls out the dagger, and Superman tells Batman that, yeah, cool, I'll be back to power in some amount of time. So then Batman's just like, okay, you just try to heal up as quick as you can. I'm gonna go face off those two, and then we get a very interesting fight sequence between Akuro and Batman shows why he is a master combatant. But after some time, Akuro's like, okay, I'm done playing around, and summons this giant snake of energy. And this seems to also give Orm a bit of an additional power boost, and he summons a second bigger tidal wave, and this time Superman cannot do anything. And so Aquaman is still trying to talk sense into his brother, and they keep duking it out. And these are some really cool and well drawn action sequences. I love the shots and the imagery. And while Ocean Master is fighting as hard as he can, screaming, "I'm the Ocean Masters! I'm gonna win this!" Aquaman's pretty much got his whole, oh yeah, well I'm Aquaman motherfucker moment. And so, Superman weakened, giant, huge tidal wave heading towards Gotham. Two Atlanteans locked into a brawl for the ages. How does it all end? Well, we're gonna have to pick up volume number 3. Because dang, oh man, okay, once again, I am just thoroughly entertained by this story. And I like how the book decided to take the spotlight off of Rui for a second, who really was the focus of the first volume, and actually talk about Aquaman and his relationship to Orm. There's this very deep battle going on between these two, and not just one of a physical nature, but also a battle of ideology of two brothers trying to convince the other to follow them. And I think it's interesting having Ocean Master's entire motivations focused solely around of, in a way, him thinking and wanting to save his brother. Whereas Aquaman is, of course, saying you don't understand the surface world because you haven't lived there like I have. And what I think was interesting is these two, although haven't had the same mother, have different understandings of her, because Orm seems to think that his mother would have wanted the entire surface world to be wiped out, while Aquaman is like, no, that's not what Mom would have wanted. In fact, she loved the surface. We used to look at the stars at night. And I am super excited to dive into the next volume. So for me personally, if you like American comic book characters like Batman and Superman and just overall the Justice League, I think you should check out this book. If you like manga, I think you should check out this book. It was fun, it was interesting, and I had a great time. So Batman and the Justice League Volume 2. What did you think about this book? If you've read it, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share it with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering what to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, and as always, stay geeky.